Animal rights activists carry an alpine ibex to be released into the wild. Nidwalden, Switzerland, 1954. Shen Yulai Shen was born in Shanghai, China, and is said to have traveled to Japan around 1921, when he was in his mid-50s, to perform as a sideshow attraction in a traveling circus. The Manly Art of Self-Defense Newsboys Protective Association, Cincinnati, Ohio, 1908. A long-awaited embrace as he returns home from war. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, Elephants, 1924. United States Secretary of State Christian A. Herter and Ambassador to the United Nations. James J. Wadsworth dozed during speech at United Nations General Assembly, 1960. Woman faints after seeing JFK in person, 1963, Germany. Bertram Mills Circus in Hull, England, 1934. A nurse at an evacuation hospital on the Southwestern Front reads a letter to a wounded soldier, 1942. Soldiers firing from behind a barricade of dead horses, Barcelona, 1936. Couple hiding under a bridge, Beijing, June 5, 1989, China. Two women dressed as Indians on horseback at the Women's Suffrage Parade held in Washington, D.C., March 3, 1913. Species of fig receives a bi-monthly pruning in Managua, Nicaragua, August 1944. Walt Disney and Shirley Temple, 1939. Behind-the-scenes photo from the making of Raiders of the Lost Ark, 1981. Rochester Centennial, first courthouse around 1910. Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi and Empress Farah on the day of their coronation ceremony, 1967. Vintage gay couple in military uniform. Dense crowd of people on the street watching horse-driven parade float with Rex mummers on board. New Orleans, C. Mintino 4. Miss Bay Beach, 1955. Coastal defense gun on a disappearing mount around 1910. Construction of the Fort Peck Dam, 1936. Meet Ann Coffey Harrison, 1968's Miss Nebraska stock grower. South Vietnamese civilians scale the 14-foot wall of the United States Embassy in Saigon, trying to reach evacuation helicopters as the last Americans depart from Vietnam, April 29, 1975. Washington, D.C. riots, 1968. Public humiliation in Nazi Germany, 1933. Jakob Speer, a Jewish medical student, who was dragged through the streets by members of the SA. Two women in men's clothing. Newsboys during the Newsboys' Strike of 1899, New York City. Vintage group of people playing in the snow, Hungary, 1940. Alberto Giacometti surrounded by his sculptures, Paris, France, 1951. Crash of a Douglas DC-4 in LaGuardia, 1947. Prison tattoos of a Russian prisoner, 1980. Bear Trap Falls, West Branch of Wolf River, Menominee Indian Reservation, circa 1928. Members of the Wearable Computing Project at MIT, mid-1990s. "18-year-old Charlize Theron posing as Marilyn Monroe for the French magazine Madame Figaro." Olaf Krarer, 1858-1935, was an Icelandic lecturer and sideshow performer who was born with a form of dwarfism. United States F-105D fighter bomber is hit by a North Vietnamese S-75 surface-to-air missile, North Vietnam Sea, 1965-1970. A German PZ-KPFW-6 Tiger with a punctured barrel. Serial killer Velma Barfield in her prison cell in Central Prison in Raleigh, North Carolina, on April 25, 1984. Marlon Brando, Gene Simmons, Frank Sinatra, and Vivian Blaine in phone booths, 1955. Christmas at the Hospital, Sweden, 1953. Two girls play leapfrog on the beach at Clacton, 27th June 1936. Corporal Luther E. Boger reads a danger sign in front of the cathedral in Cologne, Germany. 1945. (1926). Mr. Barnard, a member of the London Aero Club, checks his canine co-pilot's goggles. The Chess Game with Oneself, 1955, Paris. Cher and Elton John at the Rock Music Awards, 1975. Sculptor Joe Davidson creates a portrait of John Davison Rockefeller on the occasion of the latter's 93rd birthday in New York City, July 9, 1932. A view of German soldiers in a foot-pedaled velomobile at the Belgium Pier in Blankenberge during World War II. Man holding his baby and beer at the Chicago Blues Festival, 1985. A little boy playing soldier in Germany circa World War II. Just a Lady with a Cat, Times Square, 1956. A girl entertains a baby with monkey hand puppets in Germany circa 1930s. A Kampfzeit es a Wedding in Germany circa 1930. Moroccan man holding a United States flag during the Green March, 1975. Eddie Brosmer for a shot in the pool around 1950s. England, 1925. Little boys playing with a hand-drawn cart made out of a crate in the shallow waters of the River Thames. Japanese Yankee style, 1980s. War Chief of the Zuni Indians photo by T.H. O'Sullivan, number 20, Wheeler Expedition of 1873. Amateur photographer, circa 1907. Queen Elizabeth and husband on way to coronation, 1953. Young Queen Elizabeth at 26. Soldiers at Camp Shelby Military Base in Mississippi dance with local girls, July 1941. Cher roller skating at Venice Beach, California, 1979. Shirley Eaton on the set of Goldfinger, 1964. The Dog That Saved the World Cup. Pickles, a 4-year-old collie circa 1966, being honored after finding the missing Jules Rimet trophy. It had been stolen from an exhibition a week earlier ahead of England hosting that summer's tournament. Angela Merkel, East Germany, July 1973. Washington, D.C. field trips for the Flying Nun pre-flight class, including inspection tours of hangars at the Washington National Airport. Here, Sister Aquinas is explaining engine structure to her students, 1944. Moscow Olympics, 1980. Flower Boy St. Aidan's Church Hall, Blackheath, 1920s. Frozen Fire Apparatus, Equitable Fire, 1912. Hundreds of mourners wait outside Elvis's Graceland mansion before being allowed to view his body on August 17, 1977. February 1924. A woman sitting on the trunks of 2 elephants while rehearsing her circus act at the winter quarters of a circus in Macon, Georgia. Angela Bassett in 1976. Joe Kittinger jumps from the Excelsior 3 balloon from a height of 101,500 feet, 31,330 meters, United States, 1960. Alfonso and Ernesto share a kiss after their wedding ceremony, October 1936. Both were milicianos, defending Madrid during the Spanish Civil War. Albert Schaefer, an 8-year-old with one leg who was delivering newspapers in Austin, Texas, October 1913. People watching a Chicago Cubs baseball game outside Wrigley Field, 1932. Miss 4th of July, 1961. Pageants are another Independence Day tradition. In this photo, Lorraine Daniotti, a newly crowned Miss Wanta, Long Island, receives her trophy in 1961. Watermelon Eating Contest, Leesburg, Florida, 1951. Children in 1957 received polio vaccine shots. Models modeling Balenciaga evening gowns, New York, 1951, photographed by Guillaume Milly. Reverend Capistran Ferrito plays baseball on a playground in New York City, 1960s, photographed by John Dupree. Chechen women praying for Russian troops not to advance on Grozny, December 1994. English photographer Sir Cecil Walter Hardy Beaton in the bathroom of his home, Ashcombe in Wiltshire, showing the walls decorated with autographed hands of guests, 1930s. Two men and their Dalmatian dog on the roof of a building on Castro Street watch the International Lesbian and Gay Freedom Day Parade pass below them, San Francisco, California, June 25, 1989. The Gold-Painted Dancer, c. 1950. Two policemen administer a test for drunk driving, asking a motorist to demonstrate his ability to balance. Blackpool, open tram, circa 1934. A German soldier and his helmeted horse during World War II. Bruce Willis in 1988. Madonna, 1991. Mexican Revolution rebels eating tortillas. A young Marilyn Monroe posing for a promo shoot showing her babysitting to go with the story that she was discovered while looking after the kids of a 20th Century Fox casting director. Mercedes-Benz motor wagon in 1886. French weightlifter Ernest Caden. In 1920, he became Olympic champion and displayed flawless classical musculature. Funny vintage beard style. Celebrating the end of the war, 1945. A baseball team of death row inmates, 1910. Eddie Carmel was a Palestinian-American actor, singer, sideshow performer, salesman, writer, poet, and comedian who had a pituitary gland disorder that caused him to grow upwards of 7 feet tall. Decorated car, possibly at the Portland Rose Festival, c. 1910. The final picture of Buffalo Bill Cody, a few days before he passed away on January 10, 1917. Motherless Migrant Children, California, 1935. Royal Progress, London, 1911. Ringling Bros and Clown Car, 1978. Paris, Man with Doves, 1956, photographed by Frank Horvat. Hell's Angels members on their motorcycles, California, United States, 1965. First African-American woman to complete Delaware Army NGOCS, 1977. Germany S.A. Medics, circa 1932. British officer reading a newspaper while being fanned with a palm frond and getting a pedicure from his servants in India. Late 1800s. The home and family of an oil field roustabout in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 1939. Men and women cross-dress, 1880-1900. (1976) Muhammad Ali versus Antonio Inoki. Publicity photo. Elton John traveling on his private jet, complete with a piano bar, 1974. Soldiers laughing to Bob Hope at Seoul, Korea. Al-Qinter, 1950. National American Women's Suffrage Association Parade, held in Washington, D.C., March 3, 1913. Benito Mussolini opens the national shooting competition of the fascist decennial celebration, 1932. Mina Miller Edison, Thomas Edison's second wife, with her children. Babe Ruth and Walter Johnson, holding not one but two prize-winning roosters in 1927. Sports Parade in Chelyabinsk, USSR, 1946. A captain in the United States military leaning against a signpost in Ontario, Canada, 1944. Siblings swap their clothing for a bit of Easter fun while playing in the garden in Germany circa World War II. Micro camera in the palm of your hand, 1949.